Well, this was supposed to be part of the collection, and if you remember the saga that I was encountering with the suede bag, it'll explain why I ended up with this bag. They didn't have any other suede tabbies for me to compare to. The only thing they had in store was the maple. It's a beautiful bag. I do love it, or I should say I did love it. But once I had seen the suede on the website, I just had my heart set on the suede. I had already planned my fall wardrobe with it. I feel like this is second place and I just can't go for it. It's not making me happy. I brought it home. I tried to make it work. You know, it really is stunning. You know, I love, this is my favorite part. One of my favorite parts about it. What I liked about the suede better than the maple is the fact that the gold C blends in so much more seamlessly with the suede than it does with the black or with the maple. I feel like this just is too loud, if that makes any sense. And I don't know if it's social media, too much social media, constantly being inundated with it's Coach Tabby Quilted, the Coach Tabby Quilted, that it makes me already sick of it. It's crazy. I don't really see too many people talking about the suede one either. That's why I have to let this go. I'm back the absolute next day from exchanging the suede bag to return this. And heartbreaking, yes, but I'm not happy with it, so. So as mentioned before, that tabby led me to this one, which is cute, mini. I like it. Upon using it, I realized that using the back pocket for the phone is a little bit more troublesome than I was expecting it to be. It's rather a snug fit, so I do place it in the back, and it does give me enough space still to hold my keys, which is a Louis Vuitton 6-key holder. And I also have my clay pochette that holds, because I don't carry a card holder anymore these days. I pretty much carry these items here. If I needed a lip gloss, I could put my lipstick into the side. It leaves room for my key fob, loosely place on top like this. I really don't have any need for this front pocket unless perhaps I was putting loose cash. The same thing applies to the back pocket. There you have it. But the only issue that I realized is that one of the links, this makes me so sad. I loved the interweaving of the leather. However, I don't really use this bag every day. I could actually say that maybe I've used it 10 times total since I've gotten it. Right there, there's even some lifting. 10 times using this bag, I do not think that it should be this loosened. And I use it so infrequently that, quite honestly, I don't know if I were to go back to Coach, would they do something? I mean, I guess I could just try. But I do love this contrast of the leather against the denim. And that is what led me down a spiral, if you will. So oddly enough, I'm not a fan of the signature. Something contradicting is that I don't like the signature Coach pattern. However, in the denim, it works for me. I think it's more because it brings something nostalgic to the bag. Yeah, just pretty much nostalgia is all I can tell you. However, I did find a way where I could create this to be a crossbody. Actually, I think I like my original way better. So I add this strap. I have one that's just a little bit thinner that's from the Louis Vuitton Bandoulier Speedy B. Here you go. You can wear it crossbody, and it does hold a good amount inside of it. I'm not typically drawn to be a bucket bag person per se. However, essentially I chose this bag because when Coach Outlet had released their denim edition, everything sold out. I didn't even think that they were going to replenish. So I figured, oh, okay, you know, this is cute. It'll serve a purpose. I kind of don't like this, however, the branding here. So what helps is when the drawstring is pulled, it sort of camouflages the branding, although hello branding, but I can't put it into words. I'm not a fan of the hardware that they chose. I liked it a lot better when they just had the horse and buggy carriage emblem. I preferred that a lot better, but they switched it to this. I don't know why. And that's just what it is. So getting back to, I chose this bag because everything seemed to be sold out from that edit, the Coach Outlet denim edit. And not thinking that they released anything, I picked this up, but then they replenished. How fun. Yes. And because I couldn't resist, I ended up picking up this mini Rowan or the Rowan bag charm. I really love the attention to detail with the little cherries here. You know, shiny bright object syndrome. I just think it's a cute touch. I just adore it. It does hold quite a bit, surprisingly. So this is probably going to be a catch-all inside of my bag, unless I have a large enough bag where this just doesn't seem to overpower it. And then on my downward spiral, I also picked up the Nolita Barrel Bag, I believe. And then I think this is the Nolita Bag Charm. So I do also plan to use this crossbody strap for this one on days when I'm not carrying too much, but then maybe not. Maybe it's just meant to be in the crook of my arm. And I really loved the way this looked with it. So I can get my phone in here, I can get my keys in here, and I can also get my card holder in here. I keep saying card holder, but I do mean my key pouch from Louis Vuitton. I can fit all of those in here. I'm just a denim girl. I don't know what else to tell you. So then that led me, this is, I think, becoming embarrassing. I also picked up the Ashton. Yes. This for sure is giving me all the vibes of early 2000s. I had fun in the early 2000s. So I could see this in the spring. I could see this in summer, easy breezy, running errands. So this strap that you've seen me display on all the other bags actually belongs to the Ashton. However, ironically, I don't plan on using it with the Ashton. I'll use it with everything else, but I like the idea of this being strictly a shoulder bag. I'm super enamored by the details that they added, from the color of leather that they chose to the little cherries that they added. It just brings back so many good feelings, and I'm actually most excited to wear this. Worst case scenario, if I find myself not gravitating towards these, then I may sell them, because if I'm completely honest, I think this is a little bit ridiculous. all the denim pieces that I picked up, it's quite a bit of overkill. I think I need to be a little more realistic. You know, the thing is that the price was right. That's why I went for the bag. So bags, plural. However, these bags are made in Vietnam. So let's see how long these prices last. Tariffs? Anyone? So a few years ago, if you had told me that I'd be revisiting the Coach brand, I would have thought that you were crazy. I thought I was done with Coach. But in 2019, this surfaced onto the market. Social media went absolutely insane over this bag, obviously because everyone was comparing it to the Louis Vuitton Pochette Métis. I myself was also comparing it. I loved this colorway. It was something that I did not have in my collection. I loved the price point. At that time, I was comparing the price point of this bag to the Louis Vuitton Mini Pochette Accessoire. Well, those days are gone. We cannot compare those prices. It's totally different. Everything has gone up. Needless to say, the construction of this bag has been done so very well. The lining on it, the attention to detail with the hardware, and then also the main compartment, which has a slit pocket and interior zip pocket. It really did go toe-to-toe with the Pochette Métis. I'm happy to report that this is really done of very good leather, as reported by Tanner Leatherstein. That put my heart at ease also, knowing that I wasn't buying something that wasn't that great quality. For the price, I just felt like it was a steal. Then there were the good old Coach summer sales of 2019. This wasn't a new bag in the line. It had been out for a few years. I was drawn to this color. More importantly, I was drawn to the, I believe, 50% price tag at the time. I don't remember offhand. Like I said, the quality of this leather is really outstanding. I don't like using both of the straps, so I just use the one and I caddy corner it. When I'm not using the bag, I keep it stuffed and I actually lay it flat so that the sides can hold its shape. Otherwise it does begin to sag. I think this side right here has some sagging. I think only on the one corner. You might be able to see that it does tend to have a little bit of a lean, unfortunately. So I've been trying to train the leather to not do that. I think I've been laying it on the wrong side because this side seems to be perfect. It fits practically everything that you need with you. It is a little bit of a more weightier bag than the other bags that I've shown you, but honestly, for the price point and for the durability of this bag, I think it's worth the price. And the last brand new bag that I had purchased in store before we had the events of 2020, Coach had released the archives, I believe they called it, the archives. So this Rambler attracted my interest because of how minimal it was. I got the Rogue on sale and I got this full price. But I loved the minimal look of this bag. Way before Quiet Luxury came along, I just was gravitating toward more subdued look. That's another reason why I like the Coach Cassie, was because it didn't have any impressions. It was just beautiful, sumptuous, colorful leather. I do find with its cool undertone that I am able to match with a lot in my wardrobe. I've learned cooler neutrals are the ones that I gravitate to the most. I'm not a fan of the warm neutrals, and I bring this up to say that's probably why I've never really used this bag. This I got during lockdown for 2020. I had high hopes. I loved, more than anything, I think I loved the design on the bag. This is so quiet. It doesn't scream branding, and you really, if you don't know the brand, you wouldn't know who it is. So I think there would be less of a judgment for people who tend to judge. You have two different crowds: people who actually look down on contemporary brands, and then people who love their contemporary brands. I walk that fine line in the middle where I like a little bit of both. I wish that Coach Outlet would go back to this signage though, because it feels more classic, it feels more elegant to me than the blaring C or the blaring, I find that this is not as attractive as this. I feel like this type of branding cheapens the look, if I'm being honest. So this does come with a shoulder strap. It slides into the closure, front pocket, main pocket. I don't think they make this bag anymore, or if they do, they make something very similar. It has the Willis turn lock. In fact, look, I still have the tag on here. I never even wore it. Maybe once. I think I wore it once to test it. The interior is stunning. It is a beautiful interior. Convenience of a back zip pocket. I may sell this. I don't know. This front slit pocket here. This warm undertone in the neutral. I don't like it. Like, full transparency, I think I was more attracted to the emblem itself than the actual bag. I did like the fact that the bag came with a shoulder strap, and it also came with a crossbody strap for practicality and for ease of use. But for the most part, not a fan. This little guy right here. This little guy is the Tate 18. It's with the snake skin trimming. Actually, I didn't even realize that I didn't get the bag that I ordered. I'll insert a picture of the one that I wanted. But they sent me this. It took me a year to use it. Terrible. This one is rather embarrassing to bring up because it's something that I completely forgot I had. I discovered it when I was getting my other bags together, and it is the beautiful mini lane. So it does come with a shoulder strap that has not been used. This is, oh God. Once again, this is another Coach bag from Outlet that I picked up because I loved how understated this was. This is going back 2021, possibly 22. Again, no branding, that gorgeous turn lock. I'm discovering it with you, by the way. So this is the tiniest of front pockets. I loved the top handle detailing. And okay, let's address the elephant in the room. It does have the essence of a mini Kelly. Yes, I like that it's color blocked. This is one of my favorite types of leather colors, cognac leather. The chalk off-white is a lot nicer than the Jade bag. You have on this side a zipper pocket there, and on this side you just have an opened slit pocket here, so it feels like a cotton textile interior. The partition in the center. Oh my gosh, do you know what this reminds me of? My Tory Burch bag. Oh wow, the mini Lee Radswell that I have. It just dawned on me now.
2,000 years later.
And I got that one during 2020. Holy cow. And that bag is all this color. So this one, it has feet on the bottom. And so does the 18-inch Tate, I forgot to mention. It had feet on the bottom, just like this. I don't gravitate toward large bags anymore. Yeah, famous last words. But for now, I don't gravitate towards large bags anymore. I actually have not ever since the YSL Mini Loulou. Just all in all, really beautiful leather. The handle feels nice and sturdy. I probably will take this off like I always do if I don't sell it. Magnetic snap closures on both sides. Let's see if it fits my phone. I think it should. If it doesn't, that would be pretty sad. Okay, fits. Yep. Okay, we're good to go with okay, try the keys. Keys fit. Key pouch fits. Car fob fits. I probably would put it, see, maybe I'll put it in a side pocket. Yeah, everything fit. And this side just closed automatically, and we're good to go with a nice pair of sandals and a pretty flowy summer dress.